Today we travel with a lot of electronic devices, even when we're riding our motorcycles. In this video, I'll show you how to keep everything charged while you're riding. There are many mobile devices we could carry with us when we travel. Almost everyone carries a cell phone, and many are using Bluetooth communicators. These are the devices I carry with me. I have a cell phone and a Bluetooth communicator, but I also carry a tablet, a satellite communicator, and a battery charger for my video light, and a battery charger for my camera. It's true, we could charge all these devices in the hotel at night. But what happens in the afternoon when your cell phone battery goes dead? My Bluetooth communicator battery runs out about 2 in the afternoon because I use it to listen to XM radio when I ride. And if you use your cell phone as a GPS, then you need to keep it plugged in all the time because the GPS app uses a lot of power to keep the screen updated. To keep these devices charged, we need a 5-volt power source. Almost no bikes come with a 5-volt power source, so we have to improvise to convert 12 volts to 5 volts to charge these devices. The first thing you could do is get an external battery. You charge it in the hotel at night and then use it during the day to charge your cell phone or your communicator. I use this one to keep my Bluetooth communicator running in the afternoon. I put it in my pocket at noon, connect it to the communicator, and I'm able to listen to my favorite channels all afternoon. If you have a power port, you could get one of these devices. It plugs into a cigarette lighter and has a micro USB port to plug into your phone. If you don't have a power port on your bike, then you have the option of installing a dedicated 5-volt supply that you hardwired to the bike. This is one that I wired into my wife's Harley. It has a micro USB port that plugs into her phone. And on my bike, I have one that I wired in that has 2 USB power ports. Now let's look at what we can do to provide multiple USB power ports. So what if you have more than one device that you need to charge, and it's a high draw device like an iPad or smartphone that needs 2.1 amps? Well, I found this charging device converts 12 volts to 5 volts. It has two ports, has a 3 amp capacity total. One of the ports is a Qualcomm quick charge port, the other is a standard 2.1 amp port. You can't charge two 2 amp devices with it. The total it will deliver is 3 amps. But you can put an iPad and a scenic communicator, for instance, into these 2 ports. It has an on-off switch, and it connects to 12 volts by an SAE connector. Now, how do you connect it to an SAE connector? Well, many bikes are now delivered with a wire that attaches to the battery and to a battery tender. If your bike didn't come with one, you can buy one of these separately, connect it to your battery, and then you have an SAE port that you can use to plug in the charging device. If you're lucky enough to have a power port, modern Harley touring bikes have a cigarette lighter up front if they have a fairing, and one in the tour pack if you have a tour pack. And you can get a cord like this that plugs into the cigarette lighter and has an SAE output on the other end that you would plug the charger into. Metric bikes may have DIN sockets. My bike has 2 DIN sockets, and so I have a DIN plug and that goes to an SAE connector. What if you need to charge more than a couple of devices? Well, you can buy more than one of these and plug them in. But how do we get power to more than one of these devices? We'll look at that next. So this is an SAE 12 volt power splitter. Connect to your 12 volt power here, it splits it out to 4 leads here. So you can plug in more than one of these devices. Now what do you do if your camera battery charger requires a 12 volt plug, such as this? We've already used up the power port to power the splitter and these chargers. Well, you can get another wire that plugs in to SAE on one side and provides a power port on the other. So you can plug in your camera battery charger and plug in the wire to the splitter. You can, of course, get another splitter and more of these chargers if you have more devices that you need to charge. And then you throw all this in your tour pack, saddlebag, or tank bag, and you're good to go. Keep things powered up and charged up during the day. Here's a bonus tip for charging things at the hotel at night. Modern hotel rooms are installing lots of plugs and USB ports because they know people need to charge their iPads and their phones and other devices. But if you're in an older hotel, you're lucky to have one available AC outlet. I generally have to unplug the coffee maker to plug in and charge things. So here's the first tip. You get a short 1-foot extension cord that has 3 outlets on it. So you plug into where the coffee maker was, and then you have enough AC outlets to run your chargers. Now this device has 6 USB ports for charging your devices and plugs into the wall. It has enough capacity to charge several phones and tablets. With these 2 devices, you can charge just about everything that you carry with you. That's it for these tips on USB power, powering all of your electronic devices. Hope you liked the video. Click the like button and subscribe and click the notification bell. You can go to my website, easymototim.com, look on the products pages, and you'll find links to all these devices on Amazon where you can purchase them or similar items. Thank you.